Hi, everybody out there in Podcast Nation. This is the Recovery Atheist. Today I wasn't able to make it into the studio, but I thought I'd do some from my own home today and just have a little discussion about things. Yeah, so doing this live right now. I'm going to go ahead and get the audio set up so I can do my little podcast to be able to put the audio on. Just 1 second. Hello out there in Podcast Nation. This is the Recovery Atheist coming to you live from home today. Not the studio today. I decided to do something from home, take a little day off, but I thought I'd get something done today. So there's a feeling I'm having today. I think it's a good topic to be able to bring up and to talk about, and that topic is going to be the grind. What I'm noticing here this week, now that I'll have 6 months sober on Monday, what I'm starting to notice is I am in a grind. The grind of being back to life, back to working, back to doing everything like that is getting a little bit on the stressful side, and I'm doing my best to try to break through it. Now, this is a normal situation for me, where I hit the 6 month area and I start getting a little disappointed with things or distracted with things, just feeling like I'm hitting my head against a brick wall. So today I decided, good thing to do would be to talk about it, get some thoughts, throw them out there. So, because I know that there's a lot of people that are feeling the way that I'm feeling right now, especially with the grind of the COVID and everything else that's going on out there in life, and how it just seems like nothing is changing. That everything is staying the same, that nothing is getting any different, which we all know, in the grind that we're in right now with everything. Yeah, it is a little bit annoying, a little bit frustrating to have to deal with this in the life that we live today. So I just want to talk about that. What do you do? What do you do in these situations that's going to help you be able, that when you are in that grind, that you can continue to live life and not allow things to bother you when it comes to that. I don't know. I'm happy to be sitting here knowing I have 6 months on Monday. I'm happy with the life that I have. I feel like I've done a lot of work to get myself to this situation, and I want to be able to continue to do that. I don't know. It's one of those situations where I just feel that I'm going to have to just break through it. I'm just going to have to break through it. I'm just going to have to try to get better at self-care, and not allow things to bother me. So, yeah. That's where I'm at with it right now. I just want to continue to get better and better, and feel like life is getting better. Is that going to continue throughout my life? I hope so. But right now, it's a struggle. What is it like for you out there when you feel like this? What do you do to try to get through it? I struggle with it. I do. I struggle with it big time. So today I'm just trying to... Just a second here. Today... Just 1 second here. Here we go. Lost my Wi-Fi there for a second. I don't know. I'm just trying to be as authentic as possible in this situation. Any thoughts out there to help me with the way I'm feeling? I'm just feeling really frustrated. I'm just feeling really frustrated right now. I feel like even though things are going the way I want them to go, it feels like they're not. You ever felt that way? It feels like there should be more happening right now, and there's not, and that's really frustrating to me. Um, I want to be able to live life and be happy with life, and feel like I'm growing, and right now it feels a little stagnant. So I'm trying to push forward. I'm trying to do everything I can to be better. Um, I don't know. I just want more things to be happening, I guess. So I'm just going to keep pushing forward out there. I'm going to keep moving along, keep talking with everybody. So I guess we can go into some subjects and some topics to kind of get my mind off things. And I guess the biggest topic I'm having right now, or the biggest thing in my mind that's really driving me nuts, is just the way people act. Um, a lot of people out there are just rude. Okay. Today, I ran into a lot of that today, where people just do not care about anybody else but themselves and what's going on in their world. And I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed in the way life is with people, and how they live. And you can just see the miserable ways that they live, and you know they're not happy the way they treat people. Um, I mean, I could be blamed for that for time to time, to where I'll be selfish and think about it, but I'm trying to do the best I can to not be that way anymore. Does that mean it's always going to happen? No, I'm human. I'm not perfect, but I want to feel like we're growing as people, and we're not. All I see is selfishness and hatred, and people just attacking each other and thinking that their opinion is the only opinion and that's the right opinion, and you need to fall on their side, otherwise you're evil, that you're dumb, you're stupid, even though it's all about our perspective. It's not about who's right or wrong, it's perspective in the situation. um, and I just think a lot of people are missing out on that. They want to feel like they're in control, and in the world that we live in today, that's not the case. There isn't control. From what I'm seeing is, there's lots of stuff I can't control. I can only deal with what I'm dealing with right here, in my life, and what I can control within my realm of that, my perspective, my reality. And a lot of people are very upset with a lot of the things that have, been going on in our lives. Um, things are good for me. I see things differently today than what I did 6 months ago. I would say that this is the first time in a long time, probably since I had 13 years sober, that I'm actually seeing it for what it is, and that I don't want to do it. That drinking and everything else that I did nothing for me but destroy everything that I've accomplished and tried to do in my life to make me a better person. And today I don't feel like I need to do that anymore. Um, I want to be different. I want to be able to live life and be free. And I was so chained by my addiction. I'll give you a little bit of a backdrop. Before I came to Duluth and doing what I'm doing now, I had been living in a sober living house down in Minneapolis and working a job and everything like that. But I'd gotten in a relationship. I shouldn't have gotten into it. Wasn't ready for it. When we broke up, it really messed me up, emotionally, and I ended up locking myself up pretty much in a hotel room with a vodka bottle and decided to drink my problems away, and it just caused more problems. I'm sure some of you out there know what that's like. Um, Through all of it, I just tried to survive, tried to live. I ended up you know, going to a bar one night with my vehicle. I got back in my vehicle after drinking, and ended up getting a DWI that night. Sat in jail overnight. Um, got out, came back to the hotel room, drank one more night, and then went into detox. And I was in and out of detox for the next 2-3 weeks before getting into treatment this time. My life had gotten to the point of utter destruction, despair. It was hopeless. There was nothing left for me. I mean, we talk about hitting bottom. And for each person, bottom is completely different. It's not always the same for everybody. I've had many different types of bottoms where I've tried to stay sober through that. But this, I mean, I had nothing left. I had lost my car. I had nothing but my clothes on my back. I had somebody steal, who I'd been in detox with in St. Paul, steal my clothes and everything else like that and took it with him. We had gotten a hotel room that night and decided to drink after getting out of detox. He takes everything. So I had literally pretty much the clothes on me, and had to start all over again. And I've done this over and over and over again. Today I say we don't have to live that way. I don't have to every day wonder how, or fear how I'm going to lose things in my life, how my life is going to turn off horrible, how I'm going to destroy everything that I have in my life. I don't have to worry about that today. And it's because I'm working a program. It's because I'm doing something different. I'm taking action in my life to not live that way. Main reason I started this podcast is I'm the Recovery Atheist. I came out with atheism, being an atheist. I've been researching it for a long time, but with my background of my dad being a minister and being around church all my life, I started looking at the opposite and what it is, and I definitely fit within the atheistic view. I'm a secular humanist as well. So when I looked at it, it was like maybe a year ago I really started hitting it to where it started clicking that, yeah, this is who I am. I'm an atheist. Well, that's a problem when it comes to AA. AA wants you to believe in a higher power, a God, to be able to resolve these issues, to take this affliction away from you. And I don't believe in that. So I had to come up with an alternative way to be able to do that. And, that's not easy. That's not easy to do that when you're being told that this is the only way to do it. And when I hear that, what I hear is, well, if you don't, then you have no hope of recovering. There's thousands of people who have gotten sober without a God being in place. And so I was quite furious about that they would have the gall to think that they're the only way to be able to do this. So I decided, what am I going to do? I'm going to start talking with people in recovery who don't believe in a God and let them know that they can recover without that being their focal point to be able to do that. I do the steps. I do the 12 steps of AA, but I have changed it to my way of thinking on it. I do not pray to a God or, meditate on that. It's more of a auditing of myself to be able to stay sober, and the people around me that I have in my life, to use them to be able to get help when I'm in a weak spot of my life. So today I'm free. I'm free of those chains. I'm free. I don't have to worry about making sure I'm doing everything to a God to make everything okay. I think some people in recovery, they sit on that way too much. They lean on the God concept way too much and don't do any action to try to help themselves in their recovery. You cannot just sit back and say, oh God, please help me get through my recovery, and then sit back and just expect God to do everything for you. That's not how this works. I get so tired of hearing people giving praise to God and not taking enough credit for themselves for the work they put in to get it. Okay, I put a lot of work into my recovery, into my sobriety. And it's not fair. It's not fair to give credit to somebody else when I work hard to have what I have, and I work hard to make sure I'm taking the right steps to be able to stay sober. Um, I hear it all the time, like in the hospitals. You hear someone, "Well, I'm free of cancer. I've been cured. God healed me." Not giving any credit to the nurses, the doctors, the medications that were used, that they were taking chemo for 2 years to deal with it. None of that is even mentioned. It's always God. And it's like that's not right. That's that's not right to the people that actually put the work in. You're that would piss me off if I was a doctor or a nurse that way. Um, like I said, I'm a secular humanist, so I see what the humans do, what we do in our world, in our life, and how we can touch other people in their lives. And to sit there and say that God is the only reason why this and this and this and this and this, no, it's also the goodness. You can't just put God on this. There's good people in this world without God. Morality is there without a God. There's many people that do many, like I hear it all the time. Well, the Catholic Church does this for charities and this, and you're saying that someone who doesn't believe in a God can't do the same thing? We can start our own charities to do the same thing Catholic churches and religious organizations can do without having a God in place. It's humanistic, it's not religious. So today I challenge everybody to look at that. What are you doing today that can help somebody else? Look outside yourself and outside your world that you're living in today and see where everybody else is at. You could have someone right next to you right now that's hurting, that needs your help. Could be just a few words is all you need to say to them to get them back on track. Let's stop worrying all the time about what's going on in our lives and let's look at what's happening elsewhere. There's a lot of people that are hurting in this world right now with everything that's going on. They don't have jobs, unemployment's getting cut off, people are dying. I mean, this is not a time for hatred. This is not a time that we isolate ourselves from each other. This is a time for all of us to help each other and to be there for each other and draw together and become stronger together. Is that possible? I think it is. It's going to take a lot of work. I hear people all the time say, well, that's just not possible in the world that we live in today. Well, I look at it as, yeah, with that idea, that thought process that you have, if we don't even try, then yeah, it's not going to change. None of this is going to change. What happened in Kenosha, what has happened with George Floyd, what has happened with the president and the elections that are going on, the COVID shit. None of this that we've gone through this week is, or this year, is going to change unless somebody steps outside of the box and says, no, there is things that we can do to make change. Instead of just sitting back and being like, oh, well, it's useless. No, it's not. It's not useless. I'm an example of that. You could have easily said that to me 6 months ago. It's useless, Del. Why even try? It's useless. You've done nothing to be able to show that you can do anything for yourself in your life and pick yourself up. But you know what? I have. And I've done it without God. I've not once thanked God for what I have here, and I don't need to. I can put the work in myself and be able to do that. So I'm in the middle right now of expanding, starting to work more for Wehrman Media, dealing with creative writing and podcasting and editing and things of that nature. And it's just going to expand and get bigger and bigger. I've got good things coming up for me in my life, and I have to just continue to move forward, even when I feel stuck, even when I feel like I'm in the grind. That's going to happen. You're not going to have every single day be all roses and rainbows and everything and unicorns. Right now, today it's my day off on a beautiful Saturday here, nice and cool in Duluth and sunny. I was going to go into the studio, but my partner wasn't able to make it in there, my business partner, today, because he had some other stuff come up. So I decided to come home and just have a relaxing day. But I have that feeling today of just like, ugh, just feels like, yep, another Saturday. You ever feel that way? Another day, another weekend. Nothing's moving. I know, like my dad says, this too shall pass. It'll pass, it'll move on. It'll become better as time goes on and easier. But right now, I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of patience today. I don't. It's like I don't feel like dealing with shit today. I just want to do what I want to do, and I don't want people trying to get into my way. It's kind of a selfish thing today, but that's truly how I feel. I want to be authentic. I want to be real. I want to be able to be honest with my audience and with the people that are around me in my life. This is how I feel today. I feel like I just want to stay in my own little cocoon today. And I know that I can't do that all the time, but today it feels like it's the right thing to do. So I did some laundry, and I'm doing this podcast, and I'm going to play some video games here in a bit. And I don't know. It's just, I want to order some pizza. I want to just enjoy my day off, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I haven't really truly had a full day off to where I got to do what I want to do. So, what's going on out there, everybody? What are you running into today? What is your pet peeves today? What is getting on your nerves? Where are you at in your life? Do you feel the same way? A little stuck, a little in the grind today? Think about that, what you can do to try to get out of it. I would love any comments on this. I'm going to be doing a lot more podcasting. I'll give you a little bit of an update. I'm going to be doing a Mormonism one. I put in a lot of effort in researching Mormonism and what that is based on. I'm going to be doing some Jehovah's Witness research as well to be able to do a podcast on that. I'm going to be doing some more on Scientology as well as time goes on, as I've gotten deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole to investigating it and what it is. There's just a lot of good information to get out there that you've probably never heard of. I've fact-checked it. I've gone through it. It's real. This is the way they believe. This is what their doctrine is. This is who they are. So I very well know that this is a good topic to go into, and it will be out there here in the next week or so. I want to thank everybody, though, out there who has been listening to me, has been listening to my podcasts. I want to give a shout out to my friends in Europe, especially in France and Ireland, who are listening to me faithfully. I really appreciate it. I really hope you continue to listen to me. I love that you are listening to my thoughts and my ideas, and would love for you to join me on my YouTube channel as well, The Recovery Atheist, and make some comments on things and throw some questions at me. You can email me at therecoveryatheist@gmail.com or find me on Facebook, Del Bacon, The Recovery Atheist. I love touching base with my fans and my audience. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a meet and greet at 2 o'clock to kind of meet up with everybody. If you're interested in coming on, please come on. I'm going to put another little ad out on Facebook about it, reminding everybody. But I would love to have some people come on tomorrow and just be able to talk and kind of get an idea of what avenues you would like me to go down and discuss. I want to give shout outs to people who are helping grow my podcast. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what we have to come at TRA Entertainment and Werman Media. I'm excited for how we're going to grow and become better in the world. And and just really excited to do this with you. That I'm not doing this alone. I'm going through all of this with you and with my friends here and my business partners. Yeah, it's exciting. I guess I'll end it on this. I mean, have something that you're excited about. Have something that you're wanting to go out and do that gives you a feeling of purpose. This gives me purpose. This allows me to get things off my mind that I need to get off my mind to become better. I love the connection I have with people when I'm doing this, and being able to grow with them. So find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you want to do. Don't be afraid. Don't have fear that you're going to fail when you try to do it. Just go for it. Go for it. If it's something good for you in your life, go for it. Don't be afraid of it. You don't know if it's going to work unless you try. Right? You have to try. You have to put. I'm not going to be that guy that at the end of my life on deathbed is going to sit there with a bunch of regrets. I want to be able to do the things I want to do in my life, and I don't want to feel like I missed something or that I have a regret because I didn't do what I needed to do. So I challenge everybody out there in Podcast Nation, go out there and do what you want. Find out something that interests you, that excites you, especially when we're going through the situation that we're going through right now. It's very good for distraction to be able to have other things to do and hobbies to do, because we can get kind of bored just sitting at home. So I don't want to see everybody having to feel that way. Find a hobby, find something that you enjoy. Listen to my podcast, obviously, while you're doing it. I'm just excited. You know, like I said, I got 6 months on Monday. I'm excited for the next 6 months to see how much I grow and where I'm at that point. Getting to my year anniversary, that would be sweet. And I'm hoping you come along for the ride with me to be able to do that. I would love to have you with me. So, again, it's the Recovery Atheist. You can find me all over the place. So many different platforms on Android and iPhone, Podcast Addict, Spotify, Deezer. I mean, I'm on Apple Podcasts now. So I mean, you can find me in so many different areas now to be able to listen. And like I said, drop me an email. Find me on Facebook, the Recovery Atheist at gmail.com, Facebook Del Bacon, the Recovery Atheist. And let me know some topics, some ideas, how things are going for you. I want to be able to touch base with you. Tomorrow we got the meet and greet at 2 o'clock through Zoom. I will put another advertisement up on Facebook today, advertising for it. And please come on and have a conversation, and we can discuss some of the topics that I've brought up, what your thoughts are on it. And I just hope everyone out there is having a great day, being safe in this crazy time that we live in. And that'll pretty much do it for today. Look for those videos, or the videos and the podcasting to be coming out soon for other religions like Mormonism, Jehovah's Witness. I'm definitely going to touch base with Scientology again. So thank you everybody for watching, for listening, and I hope you're doing wonderful. So from the Recovery Atheist, I wish you adieu. Peace.